Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and you're looking at yet another best of 7 in Magic 2014 against gameslayer. Now a small spoiler alert. You ready? Okay, spoilers ahead. I won the last best of 7 somehow against all odds and I'm really happy about it, especially since it was actually a pretty good best of 7 and most of those matches were actually kind of fair. Not all of them, but it's still a step up compared to most of our Magic games, so I'm kind of happy about it. Now, the side effect is that it made gameslayer grind like a bastard. I mean, he grinded and grinded and grinded and was grinding for so long, it's insane how many unlocks he's got right now. It just shows that he is just a tryhard and he deserves to die, I suppose that. But I may or may not have just a tiny bit grinded myself after I noticed for how long he has been playing Magic, because it was really ridiculous. And it will actually come into play in this game. Now, let me go through the decks, picks and bans. I had to pick and ban first because I actually won the last game, and I will be playing as Enter the Dracomancer, I'll be playing as Chant of the Muldaya, SM, what is SM? Oh, Silver Might, that's the first time we might actually see... Hey, game faster. Silver Might, which is like, it never happened before. Avakan's Glory, which I'm really happy, it's a very powerful deck as you may imagine. And Lords of Darkness, it was actually picked for me by gameslayer, and funnily enough, I was going to play it regardless, because look at this! You see those 8 cards? They're supposed to be 10 out of 40 cards unlocked, and those 10 are unlockables you unlock by code. Yeah, I actually grinded a bit of Lords of Darkness, and I'm liking this deck more and more. So yeah, there is that. I can also play as Guardians of Light. I'll try not to play as them, I don't really like them all that much. And I can also play as Masks of the Mirror with 17 unlocked. I think I only grinded like 2. Actually, no, I think I grinded those 7 cards as well. Yeah, those are my grinds. Sorry, gameslayer, you grind? Then I grind F you. So yeah. I'll probably use all my grinded decks because I kinda need them. Now, as for gameslayer, he was extraordinarily lucky again with the picks, because he picked Deadwalkers. That was a random pick, by the way. Hall of Champions, where there it is. Sword of the Samurai. You know how good it is. You do know how good it is. Silver Might as well. I guess it's about time we actually play with this deck. Then I made him play Enter the Dracomancer because he really doesn't like this deck. And finally, he himself picked Dungeon Burn. Can't blame him, a very good deck, surprisingly so. And the Hunter Strength, just because neither of us have ever played it on camera. Which is kind of frightening, because I've had Hunter Strength to be actually quite strong. Anyway, that's it for my intro, and I'll see you in match number 1. Alright, we're officially starting our match number 1, and I'm opening it up with Lords of Darkness, because... you know, last time it worked well. I mean, I lost, okay, but still I want to open it up, and this is a pretty good starting hand no matter how I look at it. Obviously I'm gonna keep it. Very nice. A nice selection of cheap cards, one of which is very good against any other non-black deck, and also something nice for endgame as well, so pretty good all things considered. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure if this is true, but it's very well possible that Lords of Darkness actually has the same swamp card as Deadwalkers, but gameslayer knows I have no Deadwalkers, so he knows that I'm playing as a Lord of Darkness. So there is that, I spilled the beans, and let's play my first guy. He's a flyer 2/2 who deals 2 damage to me when he enters the battlefield. Kinda annoying, but at the same time actually fairly effective, despite what you may think. Now gameslayer, I have a feeling he's playing with Hunter Strength. I mean, this is quite like him. Yep, it does look like Hunter Strength indeed, and this is definitely Hunter Strength. This OP creature only can be made by Hunter Strength. Holy Toledo, 3/3 for just 2 mana is insanity. I mean, sure, it has to be both green mana, but it's still quite ridiculous no matter how you look at it. So I'm kind of thinking about getting rid of this guy, or I could play a Soulkeyed Fiend, or I could just take the free damage for now and cast a Suit Imp, which I think is the best option for me at this stage of the game, because I want to start dealing as much damage to gameslayer as humanly possible, as fast as possible, so that I can wear him down relatively quickly. Now, Soulkeyed Fiend will be very nice at killing this bastard, even though it's not an effective trade. I mean, my guy costs more mana, but at the same time I'm willing to do that, and it will cost both of us 3 life. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to just barely deal more damage against it than he'll be able to deal to me. And of course a guy that blocks flyers. And only flyers, mind you. He cannot block all non-flying creatures, which is kinda like a big FU in my face. It really is like so. Oh well, I guess I'll have to deal with this guy. Unfortunately, he can also be an attacker, and a pretty good attacker at that. What I can do, however, is make gameslayer sacrifice a creature and force him to block to fight with my Socket Fiend. Alternatively, I can cast this Grave Pact already, but I think I'll wait. I'll first cast this guy, and then on the next turn I will cast the Grave Pact, and thus I'll make sure that the gameslayer has as little creatures as humanly possible. Now, obviously I'm gonna skip attack because I don't want to lose my creatures just yet. I'm fine with losing them later down the line, but so far I'm fine. So there we go, what gameslayer is going to have. Now, his deck does have a couple of really powerful beasties. Obviously, being a green deck, a standard green deck on top of that, it lacks having ridiculously expensive and ridiculously powerful creatures that it can summon and then absolutely wipe the floor with me once gameslayer gets a possession of those cards. And he needs mana for that, which he got, and he's got yet another flying blocker, for crying out loud. Really, gameslayer? Really? Flyers was supposed to be the thing that is going to be an absolute pain in the gameslayer's A, but apparently it's actually the other way around. Those spiders are what's really annoying. So gameslayer, what you gonna do? Attack with the spider, attack with this 2/2, or just not attack at all? If I were you, I would attack. Yeah, he does. He knows that if he stays, then I will probably be able to wear him down. So, I think I'm gonna trade for the spider, honestly. Just because this spider can block flyers, and I don't like it when they can block flyers. So yeah, spider is going down, and we're both going to suffer 3 damage as a direct result of my actions, which I'm fine with. Kinda. Oh, I forgot about the Grave Pact! Oh, so bad. So bad. I'm so bad. That was supposed to be my thing. Alright, well in this case, let's cast the Grave Pact right now. Then I'll block with my Suit Imp, I guess. I'll lose him and force gameslayer to sacrifice a creature, so this will be an efficient block in the end. No, 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 I didn't want to attack. Skip attack. Wow, that was very, very close. Yeah, I'm really annoyed I forgot about the Grave Pact. I should have kept my guy for one more turn, but I didn't. Then again, I also suffered even more damage if I did keep this guy and waited on the Grave Pact to work. So oh, Hunt the Weak. It's a very, very nice and nasty instant, and it's going to make me lose my guy. But fortunately, there is also the Grave Pact. And no matter what, gameslayer is now going to lose all of his creatures on the board, which is something, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of that. Not at all. Still, I'm happily going to block this because this is basically an equal trade, even though, again, my guy costs less mana, but my guy was utterly useless to me because he costed me 2 life to cast, and then what did he do? Pretty much nothing. So yeah, that's not too good. Anyway, I have nothing to play, I don't have enough mana for my main card, and my only other card is an instant, so I'm a little bit starved when it comes down to cards, while gameslayer, he's got plenty of options. Less mana than I have, but it's still kinda scary, and of course, a 3/2 with trample, and also this thing. Yeah, it's a pretty good guy. Anyway, I'm gonna make it sacrifice one of those creatures. I don't want to have to deal with too many of those guys, so he sacrifices the attacker, leaving this guy on the board, which is understandable, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, he cannot use this ability right now unless he wants to sacrifice the Phono Shaman as well. So I'm gonna skip my turn for now, let him cast some more stuff, take the 2 damage, and fine with the 2 damage for now, even though I'm dangerously low on life. But green doesn't really have instants that target the player directly. It mostly has instants that target other creatures, and okay, now it feels like a better moment to cast Damnation, if I have to be entirely honest. Unless gameslayer has something really amazing and... well, actually, he can just sacrifice his spider, search for something awesome, and then put it on the battlefield, which is exactly what he's going to do. Good! Okay, he's sacrificing Mastodon, or whatever it's called, which is really cool because I've got Damnation, whatever he casts a kill. Pretty much. I cannot remember any Hunter's Strength creatures that can survive with Damnation. It's a pretty good card because it can override many of the defensive abilities, destroy all creatures, so even if something has Shroud or whatnot, it will be destroyed. And well, this creature is pretty much the only creature that gameslayer, yeah, needed, because this creature is actually the only creature he has that can deal with Damnation. Hey, I've got Doomblade, so I can deal with that creature actually. I'll Doomblade it, I'll downate it, and then I'll Doomblade it as well. Thing is though, I'm going to take quite a bit of damage this turn and there is nothing I can do about it, which is slightly irritating. Now he probably expects that I have Damnation. Yep, that he does. So I'm sorry, gameslayer, I cannot pause the timer yet. Okay, that's not a big problem. I'll just Doomblade this guy right away. He is undying rather, so he'll come back to the gameplay right away. He's got Summoning Fatigue, so that's fine actually. And then I'll use Damnation to kill all his cards at once. So he's putting all eggs in one basket. That said, I'm very low on health right now. What did he say? Thank you. Well, no problem, gameslayer, because that was all part of the plan. I really want to cast this guy, but I need to win, so... yeah. No problem, gameslayer. Yeah, that was my plan all along. Now, if he has something with haste or whatever, or a powerful guy with trample or something along those lines, then Green Sun Zenith. Of course, he top decks that. Really, gameslayer, this is just so effing annoying. It's just flat out annoying. Now he gets something that costs 6 mana on the battlefield ASAP. I don't think it works as if it has haste, so at least there's that. But there's still the Vigor. Yeah, he is the best creature in this deck, in my opinion. 6/6 with trample. I can block him with my guy, but... yeah. Oh, Doomblade. Okay then. Bye. Nice Vigor he had there. Wow, that was actually fairly lucky. He is now back in the library, in Game's library, but at least he's not on the battlefield right now. So that's at the very something I'm still holding on barely, but surely. Maybe not surely, but I'm still trying my best to survive. One card, and it's another creature? No, what it is? I don't remember this card. Oh, a 3/3 beast. Well, it's enough to kill me, unfortunately, because I really want to play this guy, but I also want to attack with him. And if I attack, then I have no blockers. So there's that. Then again, on the next turn, I'll be able to cast this guy, and he'll be able to block that guy, knocking me down to 1 health. So there is a little risk in that. I could do it, it's just extraordinarily gimmicky, and it may cause me to die. But I don't think I have any other way of winning this game right now. It's 11-3, it's about to be 11-1, but I think I have to do this, especially since I didn't get anything else, like another Doomblade or something. I think I only have 2 Doomblades in this deck anyway, so... knock myself down to 1 health, and try to win this game with 1 health. Ballsy plays for the win. But at the very least, I've got by Lord of the Void, and he might be what I need to make a complete 180. First of all, I just need 2 turns to kill Gameslayer. Secondly, I will get something nice because of this guy. So let's have a quick look. Yeah. About that, there are no creatures over here. Great. Well, he was very useful, and now it's less likely that Gameslayer will get a land or creature, but fortunately he did get a land, so I am going to win anyway. Whew, that was really close. So this, even though this a Lord of the Void almost killed me, he didn't in the end, so I'm very, very happy as the direct result. Still, it was a fun game, I have to say. It was surprisingly close, fun, and it showed that Lords of the Darkness is actually a pretty cool deck. Once you grind a little bit. Oh, of course I'll use the Diabolic Edict. No, I won't. This would be insanely stupid. What did Gameslayer say? GG. I have to say it was a pretty cool game indeed. GG to you, Gameslayer, as well. That was awesome! Great first match! Guys, I hope you're watching this videocast because you should be. You really should be. Anyway, I'll see you in match number 2. Alright, next game is about to start. This time I'm playing with Silver Might because you are yet to see this deck. Honestly, I'm too, because it has been ages since I configured it and I never played as it either in this game. So this will be interesting. Now, this starting hand, I have plenty of 1-cost creatures, but I only have 1 mana, not optimal. Now I have too much mana. And those creatures are also fairly cheap. Do I dare? No, this guy actually, wow, I just noticed. Yeah, this guy, Irish Vanguard, I'm gonna keep. Even though I've got too much mana, I'm definitely gonna keep this guy. Now the thing is, those... Oh, we're both playing as Silver Might. Well, it's a mirror. Hi there, Gameslayer. Yeah, let's kinda give it away. So this is going to be interesting. I kind of wonder who's going to have a better hand. But Gameslayer does have more cards in his Silver Might than I do, so I'm expecting him to win, honestly. Still, I have 1 win lead, so it's not going to be that bad. And that's a 2-2 with cycling. But he didn't cycle. I guess he didn't cycle with this guy, he just went for a 2-2 creature, obviously. Smart choice. And now, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. I could get that, or I could first gain this guy. I'll not gain as much life in the long run, but I'll start massing the 1-1 counters. And against that, he's going to be so angry when he sees that I got another Vanguard. I mean, every time we play an Avakin's Glory, I've got this guy, Hero of the People, who gets +1/+1 for every human. Now I've got the guy who's the same except an elf and costs 1 more mana. So yeah, just saying, I am kind of lucky. And ow. Okay, this is interesting. It turns out he also works against those creatures as well. But he's got Imperius Perfect, which is a very, very powerful card, no matter how you look at it. So there's that. No, I'm not blocking. But it is really ridiculous that I'll be buffed even by Gameslayer's creatures, especially since I'm about to get buffed with health as well. So it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, what's this guy? Until end of turn, he can become forest creature. Oh, I see. Otherwise it's just a 2-2. This guy lets me heal if I remember, yep. But first of all, hair. And then I guess I'm gonna cast the healer as well. Now I'm gonna start giving this guy a ton of tokens, and I'm also gonna heal myself whenever I cast another creature, and there will be plenty of creatures, trust me. So there's yet another counter, there's more life, and Gameslayer might be quite angry. Then again, we don't know what his deck is. Just saying, he might have all sorts of horrible, nasty tricks up his sleeve, so it's gonna be scary either way. Now he's gonna... okay, he doesn't have nasty tricks up his sleeve. It looks like his cards are not quite as good as mine. No, I have to say, this guy... because this is a mirror match, I am just so lucky I got this guy, because the synergy over here is insane, because I'm even synergizing with my opponent, which is like mind blown. And off crying out, the Taunting Elf. He is a tough bastard, a very annoying one, and he is usually what causes me a great deal of trouble. So what I'll have to do is probably just try to, you know, kill people and stuff. Now I guess I also summoned 1/1 Elf Warrior, which is slightly annoying because they are buffed by the guy who is also summoning them, but this also does give me more tokens and more life, so there's at least that. Skip blocking, I don't care about free life, I'm healing way more than that. I will have to think about blocking later down the line, but the Taunting Elf, thing is, he's got 2 life now, so I can't really block him or anything, that's the problem. So what I am going to do is cast the Elf Druid. He will not be killed by the Taunter, but he will kill the Taunter. So there's at the very least that I'm willing to go for this guy. Also, he gives me even more counters on my Awesome Dude. So there's that. And obviously I will have to attack with my token guy, because otherwise the Taunter is going to attack and force all my creatures to block him, while all other against those creatures just attack me straight on, which would be kinda annoying. So turn 7, go ahead and punch Gameslayer in his nasty face. Look at his avatar, he looks miserable, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He's a very bad human. He's not even a human being, he's just a being, if we can call him that. So what is Gameslayer going to do now? Well, forever he's just going to spam elf tokens to make sure that I cannot kill him, while he gets some better things like this guy. It's a legendary. I don't actually have him. Indicates that Gameslayer grinded as well. So wow, +3/+3 and trample until end of turn for a lot of mana, but still that's only 5. He does have 5. He's actually mana stabbed. Poor Gameslayer, I kind of feel sorry for you. At the same time though, this guy is pretty good, and he does also have regeneration. Alright. 3/3, can I kill him? Yes. At what cost still? At a pretty high cost, if you ask me. Yeah, I need this guy. I could sacrifice... No. I'm just gonna let the 3 damage go through. I'll still have a decent amount of life, but Gameslayer is doing a decent job at nitpicking on my health. Every so slow, but I've got 2 very powerful cards. Immaculate Magistrate. Very powerful, no matter how you look at it, but there's also something that gives me an immediate bonus, which I really need against the Taunting Elf and the overall army composition of Gameslayers, and that is... Actually, this also will work on Gameslayer Coat of Arms, because it's each creature that gets +1/+1. So we would all get like bajillion +1/+1. So when I am about to win or lose, I'm gonna cast this just for hilarity's sake. But right now, I need that. I really do. So there's this going. I'll probably start making Merfolk, not Merfolk, Tree Folk later down the line. But right now I'm a little bit busy. So there's just that. So I could heal myself, and I don't think there's a reason to do that. I'm gonna attack with this guy. I guess I will have to sacrifice somebody. Who is he going to sacrifice though? That is the question. I'm not too sure. I'm kinda curious to see what he does choose to sacrifice. Also, the thing is, if he does attack with the Taunting Elf, he can kill my life-giving creature. Which, if I were him, I would totally do it, because he can pick who he attacks. And if I were him, I'll just attack with the Taunting Elf and kill the Essence Warden. Because, hey, why not? He can do that. So there is this. Now, he finally has 4 mana, so he can start making things happen, but he still doesn't have enough to give all his elf creatures +3/+3 and trample. By the time he is capable of doing that, I'm dead, but at the same time, I guess he only has 9 left. If I attack once with my token guy, he dies, and if I attack with all my creatures, he might die as well if I play it right. I probably need a Tree Folk. So there is that. And, oh, what's that? Headless 1 power and toughness. Ooh, this is obvious! Yeah, now I cannot kill him, because this guy is 11/11. I don't have enough tokens for that. Which is mildly annoying. He didn't attack though, I cannot blame him, he needs to defend. Now I cannot really attack him, so there is that. I can cast this for hilarity's sake, but instead I think I'm gonna put +1/+1 counter for each elf I control, so there's not too many counters unfortunately. I think I'm gonna put those counters just on myself, or maybe on the Essence Warden. This might be a good idea, so the gameslayer cannot use him against me. Or I could attack, and if gameslayer decides to block, I can just give myself a bunch of tokens. So then I'll have, how many elves do I have? I have 5. I can have even more. I'm gonna cast this guy, there's no reason not to. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6 elves. So I'll have a total of 16. Wait, no. I have 17 toughness, so this will be that. 3. Yeah, he'll be able to kill my guy if I attack all out. But I'll also be able to kill a lot of gamesless creatures as well, and I will have the advantage. I think I'm gonna attack with my guy, honestly. I should have made a Tree Folk, I forgot to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with my Elvish Vanguard. See what the guy decides to do. If he blocks, he has to block with this guy, obviously. Otherwise, he is not going to... He will not achieve that much. But I need to block with him, because otherwise I'm in deep trouble. Oh, he does that. That was a little bit unexpected. I didn't think he would do that. I don't have... Right, I don't have... Trample. One small mistake might cost me quite a bit, but can I kill... Well, I can just take this damage to the face. I could try to kill this guy as well, I'm not too sure if that's possible. I could make one of my mana into a Merfolk. Tree Folk, I mean. I'll just do it right away. You. Why not? Just to be like, hey, gameslayer, if you want to attack, you have to go through this. Basically, I'm trying to disencourage him from attacking, because I believe that if he does attack, he gains the advantage. He still doesn't have the 5th mana, he is probably complaining a lot about this, because with the 5th mana, he'll just utterly destroy him with his legendary guy. He really would. So I'm very happy he does not have the 3 mana. So basically what happens now... Well, next time I'll have 2 Tree Folks, and an 11/11, and the ability to put a bunch of tokens on my cards. It may be what I need to kill gameslayer in the next turn. But he's got, what's that? Enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counters. Ooh, this is very annoying. Multi-kicker. Wait, how many kickers is this guy going to have? I'm not too sure. Either way, those elves are going to have quite a bit of life, of tokens on them, which is not that good for me, let's just put it this way. So let's see what is going to happen. Is gameslayer going to attack with 13/13? If he is, then I will let him attack, because I don't really want to block with anything, and then I'll just attack him head on with everything I've got, and this should theoretically be enough to actually kill him. I'm fine sacrificing Well-Wisher too. Actually, I shouldn't even sacrifice the Well-Wisher, because this guy has taunts, so yeah. Gameslayer! Make your move, I dare you. Yeah? Well, now he enters combat. Is he going to actually attack me? He was thinking about it for quite long. He is attacking with everything he's got. So he may have an instant or something that is just ridiculous or something, but let's think. Can I take this damage? Oh, the taunting elf. I'm crying aloud, I forgot. Well, there is that. He can now pick off my warden or my other things, which is very annoying. Or even my 3/4 creature creator. Yeah, that's fairly annoying. Yeah, and then now I cannot use this ability. I should have used it beforehand because now, hold on a second. I still can use it right now, so I'll gladly do this and do it on myself, I guess, and you also, I want more life. So now I guess I cannot really kill this guy. And Renegade Leader, he's going to give this guy regeneration. Very nasty trick, honestly. Yeah, he's got a very powerful combo, in case you haven't noticed already. So I'm going to take a ton of damage, but I also healed for like a bajillion, so there is that. And this guy has regeneration, so he doesn't care about all the damage that has went his way. And my 3/4 is dead. One of them at any rate, because... Oh wow. Gameslayer, I almost feel sorry for you, but not really. Yeah. So I think I won this battle quite conclusively as well, with quite a bit of HP and some pretty nice creatures and whatnot. Yeah, it's an obliteration. So I can just put more counters on more stuff, like so. There's no way against that I can survive this now. And also let's gain life. That's because I can now attack with everything I have, and this will be the end. It's a shame I didn't cast the Coat of Arms, but I should have casted that actually, because it doesn't matter that I casted this guy. I should have casted the Coat of Arms to make it just absolutely ridiculous. And what a shame I didn't think about that. Yeah, I cannot forgive myself for it actually. Whatever, it happened. What's done is done. Another win for me. So far things are going quite splendid. Explore Mage. Yay! Anyway, I'll see you in match number 3. Alright, next match starting, and as you probably were able to see, I'm playing as Maxwell Demir, so let's have a quick look at this and start with Lobotomy. Yes please, it's a really nice card, I love it a lot, so I'm gonna keep this head. Now my assumption is after 2 defeats that Gameslayer suffered, and he mulligans as well. He mulligans a lot actually. Down to 3 cards, is he gonna play with 1 card? Yep, he doesn't care, he's just throwing this away. Well then, Gameslayer, good job on mulliganing down to 2 cards. I saw. Kinda stupid. So he's basically throwing because he's salty, that's what is happening. Well, I think he's a very bad loser. I mean, know me, I'm a bad loser. I'm a horrible loser, I really am. But I'm not then just throwing games to make it not fun for the other player, because I'm like, yeah, whatever, I have this guy. So yeah, and mulligan down to 2 cards, you never do that. I mean, after you're down to like 5 or 4 even cards, and you still don't have a nice combo, then it's time for you to just take what you have and deal with it, because there's no way you're gonna get anything better with 3, 2, or 1 card. So yeah, that. I'm not sure what he means. Because even if he had all land or no land at all, it would be better to stay with 4 cards. I mean, yeah, I don't really have sympathy for him right now, so I think I'm just gonna annoy him and win the game, because he threw it like so. I'll punish him for throwing the game. So yeah, sorry Gameslayer, put your card on the top of your library, and then I'm gonna use the Ravenous Rats as well to destroy this card once he actually gets it back in his hand. So there's that, and he's been replaced by AI. Yeah, what a thrower, what a thrower. Way to ruin people's fun with Gameslayer, way to ruin people's fun. So then, we established one thing, Gameslayer does not know how to lose. When he gets salty, he gets super salty. I'll see you in the next match. Well, next game is starting, I'm playing with Avakin's Glory. Turns out, Gameslayer, apparently he says that he had 26 lands in his entire library, I mean deck. I can sort of understand his displeasure, and wow, I'm gonna keep this hand even though I have no mana. Because the cards are great, and it's a risk, but I'm willing to take that risk. So let's open it up with Human Cleric, because it's an effing Human Cleric. Wait a second, did I just... Oops. Yeah, okay, I threw the game. Charm of Magic. Sometimes you do stupid things. Against this case, he mulliganed a little bit too much. He's now playing with Deadwalkers. He's gonna get a win against me. Even if it's purely because I kinda did that. I did notice the 0-0 and forgot that he gets counters when other people enter the battlefield. And now I'm also mana stabbed as well. So there's that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cast a creature and then exile it myself. So let's cast this guy and then I'll exile him. So that I can actually have some mana. So there is this. That was kinda hilarious. Either way, I kinda do feel sorry for Gamestab because those things happen in Magic where you just cannot get the kind of cards you want. Still, you know, my sympathy for Gamestab is never all that huge. So yeah, just saying. Alright, skip blocking. He's obviously gonna grab a win. I'm fine though with that because I'm dominating him right now. And he's using his best deck right now as well, Deadwalkers. So yeah, still no mana, so I'm gonna exile my own card for land and hope that I do get a land. Yes, I do want to use this ability. And I've got mana. Yay! I bet you didn't think of this kind of use of this card before, have you? Well, you probably have. You're not stupid, are you? Also, usually you don't keep a deck with just one mana. I decided to because I had such amazing cards and I threw it all away by playing this guy first. Sometimes my stupidity amazes me. I guess I was a little bit distracted by Gensler's whining though, because he was a little bit whining. But you know him, he does whine from time to time, he likes it. I can also kinda understand it. So it's only fair, I guess, that he gets this win, because otherwise he would whine about this game even further for like all eternity. So I'm gonna play Unruly Mob. And then I guess I'm gonna play Duel Traveler, make him die. And after that, I will also probably play the Guard of the Townsfolk and exile one of those guys for mana. I could exile Gameslayer creatures, but why would I do that? It's the last thing I want is give him mana and in return for exiling one of his cards. Oh, and that's Rankers of the Dead. Yep, it's Left 4 Dead, except I've got a mob with pitfalks against zombies. Not too useful, not too useful. Obviously I'm gonna skip blocking. So there is that, gonna take a bit of damage, that's fine though. I mean, it's not fine, I'm still going to die, but I don't really care all that much about it. Let Gameslayer have his fun, still no mana, that's fine I guess. I'm gonna play Guard of the Townsfolk I guess. Then again, I could wait until the Fateful Hour, because I'm about to reach the point of Fateful Hour. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until Fateful Hour. So there's that, and I'm not gonna... I may need the flyer, so I'm not gonna exile anybody. Skip attack, obviously. Actually, I could have attacked, but I should have attacked, maybe. Still doesn't really matter. Now, in case something really goes really poorly, I can block. Like this kind of emergency block, per se. So Gameslayer just casts a bunch of zombies and whatnot. And I could be a D and just leave, but I'm not Gameslayer. I mean, I understand him. With just 2 starting cards, this would take forever for me to kill him, and he would never be able to do anything whatsoever. Understandable, really, when you think about it. Also, I cannot kill this card, because then I would have to discard a card. And I may need this card. So, just gonna kill this guy and allow Gameslayer to get him back, I guess. That's the very best I can do. Actually, I should have let all of this damage come through, because then I would be able to use Fateful Hour. I'm a little bit stupid, aren't I? Yes, I am. I really, truly am. I'm a little bit too distracted. You have to excuse me, however. Tomorrow, I'm leaving to Amplitude Studios, so I've got a lot of my head. And right now, I'm really... Wow, okay, no mana for me. I'm really thinking about what the Gameslayer is doing. Or rather, what he's not. And that is playing. Alright, so I need to survive. 7 damage I can take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to exile one of his guys. I'm guessing I'm gonna exile the cat. Not yet. No, Matko, I'm busy recording. If he messages me again, I'm gonna go offline right now. I will not, just because I don't want him to think that I'm trying to avoid him or whatnot. So now Gameslayer is gonna cast this guy that he's got, because he can't just summon him back from grave at will, because... Yeah, why not? He's got zombies, and zombies mimic more zombies, as you know. So there's that. I could turn him into a light power, which makes no sense whatsoever. And there's also the Marauder, so there's that. I wonder if I can exile him before his effect comes into play. Let's try it. I'm not sure if it works like this, but maybe, just maybe it does. So I guess it gets an additional land, and yes, it did not stop the Marauder. Of course it didn't. Okay then. Well, it was a good try, I guess. Wow, this video cast is kind of rubbish, isn't it? And also this guy is back on the battlefield because, hey, why not? At least I've got a 3/3 now. Yay! And 2 mana. Yeah, if I were against Slayer, I would rage. I'm sorry, I need to kind of offend him just a little bit. He needs a slice of humble pie, doesn't he? Every now and again. Please tell me he does. I mean, he was really unlucky, isn't he? And I'm just kicking him in the face. It's gameslayer, it's not like he cares, it's just a thing. He doesn't have feelings, does it? I'm sorry. You know, trolling, flaming, fun things. Anyway, got it the Townsfolk. Yeah, Fateful Hour. That's definitely what is happening right now. It's not going to help me, but I've got the Townsfolk. Yay! Also no mana. Yeah, skip attack. I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm just gonna defend against the endless hordes of the undead. Come forth, my brave soldiers. You can do it. I believe in you. Totally. You've got this, guys. Don't let anybody else believe that it is not the case. And oh, crew rewind. Yeah, you may have some problems now because you no longer have a mob on your side. Still, you've got this, guys. Way to go. You can make it happen. I'm totally going to survive this. No? I have a feeling I may not actually survive that. Yeah, it is actually possible. Actually, it is possible. I can survive for one more 10, and who knows what happens during the 110, right? So anyway, this guy has a counter so I can kill him outright. And I think I will do just that because I can, and I'll take... Oh, wait a second. No. I'll still take too much damage, and... Oh, there's a lot of those zombies. Okay, then. I will die anyway, I guess. But at least my townspeople all died to zombies in a more brave fashion. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, GG against Slayer, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next match. 3-1. Okay, next match starting, and as you can see I'm playing with Chant of the Muldaya. I am expecting Sword of the Samurai from gameslay, but we have played a lot of games when I had Chant of Muldaya and he had Sword of the Samurai. It was all randomized, by the way, but it did kind of sort of happen. So now I've got a lot of land, a decent land grabbing card as well, and 2 Eldrazi's. I'm gonna keep this hand because with Chant of the Muldaya, you cannot say no to a bunch of land and 2 Eldrazi's now, can you? Of course, I could get some more suitable things, something for early game and whatnot, but this hand is really quite nice. And against is it Sword of the Samurai? It does have the Terraforming Expanse, but so do many other decks. I do expect. Yeah, it's Sword of the Samurai. I've seen this match before, quite a few times as well. Yep, I totally have. So, Gameslayer, how about we have a rematch? That's a third rematch we have, by the way. We played twice when I had Chant of the Muldaya and he had Sword of the Samurai. Or was it the other way around? No, he had Sword of the Samurai, I had Chant of the Muldaya. I think I won both of those times, by the way, but I don't remember. I mean, no, I don't remember, I honestly don't. Either way, I kinda expected this to happen, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, for crying out loud, a flyer. Moth Riders are something I cannot really deal with. The only thing I have in my deck that deals with flyers is all this dust. And that's pretty much about it. It's very unlikely that I'll ever be able to get anything else. Also, while it's nice that they keep drawing mana, I need something that some creature or a card or whatnot that lets me get mana on the board rather than to just draw mana. Why? Because I need to be able to cast mana faster. If I have to wait until I have 8 mana on the battlefield, first of all, I do not even have 8 mana yet. Secondly, Genso will kill me by then. Obviously, those guys are just samurai. They are very weak when it comes down to killing players. It's their Bushido that is scary as... it's really scary. But still Gameslayer is slowly amassing the crucial mass needed to kill me, and he also has no Dachi. A very powerful piece of equipment. Funnily enough, the weakest equipment that there is in Sword of the Samurai deck, but it's still a fairly powerful one regardless, so yeah. Anyway, I've got even more Eldrazi's now. I was really hoping for the Oracle of Muldaya, but at least now I have enough land to cast my first Eldrazi, and it did boost my land spam as well. Wait a second, I don't have enough cards to cast an Eldrazi. No, I need 1 more in total, and 2 more on the battlefield. So I'm still a little bit away from casting my first Eldrazi. And Gameslayer, how many ways does he have of getting rid of this guy? Actually, he doesn't have too many of them. He's got some, but they are fairly rare and far between, so there's that. 4 damage coming my way, there's nothing I can do about that. But he only has 4 mana. Did he cast a mana this time? I'm not sure, I didn't notice. If he didn't, and his mana stuff, then this is actually quite perfect. And oh yes, please, I will not be able to cast an Eldrazi this turn, but next turn I certainly will. And this guy is actually an interesting guy. I'll show him to you in a second. As you can see, he's got haste. He cannot be countered, so he's very powerful against blue. And he is only vulnerable to green effects, so nothing else really does anything to him. This also works on all his dust, by the way, so he's a really cool guy. For the amount of mana he costs, I like him a lot. He also has haste, so he's really good for sneak attacks per se in late game when your opponent doesn't expect you to pull out a guy with 8 power and haste at the same time. So yeah, there's that. Still, I only have 11 left, so if I don't hurry, I'm in a pretty bad spot, and also I only have 7 mana as well. So who do I cast first? Do I cast the Primeval Titan to get more lands, which would be nice, or do I cast my haste guy and go to town on gameslayer? Even if I do go to town on gameslayer, then I still take quite a bit of damage this very turn. I think I will start with Primeval Titan purely because this other guy has haste and the Titan does not. So casting him right now is probably a better idea because next turn I'll be able to do stuff with him. I can also use him to safely block anything that Gameslayer throws at me. So there is at least that. I've got enough mana to cast an Eldrazi. I guess I can still attack him from the air. So that's how he can still kill me, and he's very close to killing me as well. I'm yet to cast any of my Eldrazi's, by the way. But if I do cast my Eldrazi's and Gameslayer doesn't get any game enders by the time, then I'll be able to annihilate some of Gameslayer's lands and possibly land stab him for all eternity. But he's got a lot of cards. He may just get enough cards to just sacrifice into my own cards and you know, flood me with damage per se, and that's probably what he's going to do. Battle Madronis attack each turn, by the way, so this guy has to die or attack. Either way, he's going to do something in next turn, so this is something I should remember. There is that, another Primeval Titan. I could play this guy for even more mana, which is very tempting, I have to admit. Or I could get an Eldrazi. And I do need an Annihilator. I really truly do need an Eldrazi Annihilator because otherwise I'm in a little bit of a bad spot. I will skip attack. I need to block. This guy doesn't have Annihilator or anything. So in my eyes, I really truly do need a blocker because if I don't block enough damage, then Kenzo will be able to just rush me down. Lightning Helix for me, and another Lightning Helix, and this is the end, isn't it? Yeah, that's 9 damage. Well then, a few Gameslayer. That was fairly lucky of you. Speaking of luck, look at you who complained so badly about our previous game. Yeah, I'm not watching that. Have fun. Yeah, he's gonna win right now, but I didn't feel like staying in the game anyway. So, he won, quite decisively I might add. Fairly lucky as well. So, I guess he cannot complain about luck this BO7 series because he had plenty of it. I'll see you in the next match. Alright, next duel starting, I'll be playing as Enter the Dracomancer, and I fully expect Gameslayer to go for Dodge and Ban because he's pretty much guaranteed win with Dodge and Ban against all my decks because I only have Enter the Dracomancer and Guardians of Life left, and they both do fairly poorly against the Dodge and Ban, so there is that. But they both have a chance against the last deck the Gameslayer has, which is also Enter the Dracomancer, so there's that. Now, do I want to keep this hand? Not really, but I'm not willing to take the risk and reround it. This guy is fairly good for devouring. This card is obviously also fairly nice, so I'm gonna start by revealing what I have and going for the green guy. Green power for the win. So there is at the very least that. Take some minor damage to Gameslayer whenever I can. Obviously, that's assuming he doesn't play the exact same guy, but I think he went for the Enter Dracomancer himself. Oh no, it's Dodge and Ban, my mistake, it's the wrong card artwork. Yeah, he did go for Dodge and Ban, as I expected him to be entirely honest with you, but this is good, because Guardians of Light against Enter Dracomancer, well, I'm not sure, that's actually not the best choice. Maybe I should have sacrificed Guardians of Light instead of Enter Dracomancer, now that I think about it. Because either way I would lose against Dodge and Ban, but maybe Guardians of... What the F is? Yeah, okay, never mind. But maybe Guardians of Light is a little bit better against... worse against Enter the Dracomancer than just a mirror match. Then again, mirror matches, I'm not sure if I trust the meter, so yeah. I can deal 1 damage to this guy, how about I don't? Yeah, no reason to do that. Skip attack, do nothing. Keep this guy for you know, yummy yummy, nom nom, and all this cool stuff. I've got a few dragons up my sleeve, but I have no land, and if I don't draw any land, then, hey, maybe I'll rage quit? I don't know, gameslayer, it seems to be something that he likes a lot. Yeah, I don't like it when people rage quit, I'm sorry. Even though he had reason, and even though logic is bigger, I understand his reason, I still don't like it, I just don't. So yeah, that's kind of why I rage quitted at the end of last game as well. But I think I actually may have, I'm not sure, I was just not, I just didn't want to watch the animations or whatnot, it would be too long for me. But from what Genso was saying, I think it may have bugged his game or something, I'm not too sure. Either way, if it did, then I hold no regards because I didn't get a win before. I mean, I didn't get a count from winning, so, you know, it's all good in the neighborhood. In the end, it's all no. So yeah, okay. Anyway, let's devour a creature, get my flying, trample, and 1/1 counter, which is nice, and still have my beautiful little sapling, and die instantly against the spell. Because this is what Dungeon Ban is all about, killing your opponent, not letting him have anything on the board, and killing the opponent again. Then reviving the opponent, killing him, resurrecting him, and killing him again, all the while killing all the creatures that this opponent may or may not have summoned. Dungeon Ban, it's pretty effing scary no matter how you look at it. I still don't really fully like it, but it's effing scary, ridiculously so. Also breaking point, I guess Gensei wants me to sacrifice a lot of life for that. Or I could just let all the creatures die. But all creatures be destroyed, they can't be regenerated. I've got other dragons, and I don't want this guy on the battlefield. I don't want to take 6 damage, F you Gameslayer. If you don't pay the life cost, then I won't either. Now unfortunately it did cost me the dragon, which is kinda annoying, but I will have some more mana next turn. So it's kinda okay in the long run, even though it may have been fairly bad. Now let's get the green mana into my hand and the red mana on the battlefield, and next turn I should be able to play something relatively big. Of course it doesn't matter because Gensei will kill it regardless, he's getting so many options. Dungeon Ban, I cannot stress enough, it's pretty effing good. So my predictions, Gensei wins this best of 7. Brags about it because he was very salty before about his unfair wins. It's just magic. Every win is pretty much unfair. That's the gist of this game, especially with the locked decks we have. And OMG, this guy is awesome. Yeah, Amplify. Really effing cool skill. In case you don't know what it does, then have a look. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So anyway, yeah, it's Amplify 3 as well. So what do I want to cast first? Either a Dragon Roost or Flame Blast Dragon. I think I'm gonna go for Flame Blast Dragon first. Oh, he's gonna counter it, isn't he? Or not, he's just gonna kill it, I guess. Because he's got a lot of mana, this guy. So he's gonna kill it. Or he's not gonna kill it and just play his Devils, because he probably has the Devils. There's plenty of Devils in Dungeon Ban. At least 3, 4 if he grinded it, and I fully expected him to grind because he likes grinding. So there's this possibility. Punkify, at least I'll have a 3/3, that's also not too bad. But the annoying thing is that he also now kills it. Yeah, that's exactly what I said about Dungeon Ban. It just doesn't let you have any creatures. Ever. So there is that. But what I can do is, well, this guy's Amplify will not work now. So that is slightly annoying. I would love to be able to use Amplify, but I cannot really use it all that well just now. Maybe next turn, but next turn Gensei will probably be able to counter it or something. So I guess depending on that, I'll either use the Dragon Roost or just cast the big dragon with Amplify on it or something. I don't know, I'll see what I can do. Either way, it won't matter in the end because Gensei will probably cast Spirit away and take control of my dragon and also give it +2/+2. Because he can. Dungeon Ban, so powerful. Also, he's got full mana. So, guess what is about to happen? Yep, he's gonna kill me in some horrible way. Yeah, I don't care what mana I spend. So, a dragon entered the battlefield, 5/5, very nice. Now for Gensei's instant to come into play. All sorcery on the next turn. No, it's an instant. Searing Spear, 3 damage, and another one. No, he's actually attacking me instead. Oh, can he kill me instantly? I guess he can, because otherwise he wouldn't do that. Yeah. So, incoming Surfer's Blast or something along this way. Double Char or something. Fireheart? I didn't expect that. Maybe he just wanted to deal more damage to me because he knows that he's about to rush me down and kill me horribly. That would be my guess at the very least. So anyway, I still do not have a dragon to use in conjunction with my Amplify thingy. And I'll probably die due to spells on the next 10 as well. So there is that problem. I think I'm gonna summon another dragon and attack as well, but let's first see what is going to happen if I do attack. So continue, attack to deal some minor damage. Did I just fall into Gensler's trap? Because what he can do is let me summon a new dragon and kill it with his spells. And buff up this guy to infinity because of that. So instead of summoning another dragon, I'll make this guy deal damage to this guy. Because otherwise I fear I may have died, and I cannot cast both Dragon Roost and Soul's Fire at the same time. So, better save this. Sorry, I should have let Gensler waste his spells and then cast it, because I just realized this guy doesn't gain toughness, he only gains power. Yeah, I should have done it this way. Oh well, I didn't. Anyway, let's get another dragon, because I can. I can also use another Soul's Fire at a moment's notice if I do need to do so. So if I'm doing okay, but it's very close. If only I could do one more damage to Gensler in any way, and then I could win instantly because of Soul's Fire. But we're not at this point of the game just yet. So continue. 6 lives, so close and yet so far away. Still, I may need the Soul Fire against another creature that Gensler decides to put into play. It's a Whelk. But he didn't counter anything, did he? That's kind of strange. I don't really fully get it. I guess he desperately needed a blocker, question mark? Well, in this case, it's a shame I didn't get to play this dragon, but I really do want to win. Attack with all dragons, Gensler blocks one of them. Does he kill the other one is the question. It's a very important question as well. Not that important actually, now that I think about it. So, deal 5 damage, Gensler blocks. And this is pretty much the end, because I can now just kill him like so. Bye Gensler, it was fun playing with you, but Fire Blast. 4 damage to the creature or player. Can he kill this guy before I deal the damage? Yes. Well. Should have used the other guy, note to self. Oh well, I'll get another dragon at the very least. And so I can defend, but did this cost me the game or not? It's hard for me to tell. He did use the Whelk, so it's possible that he was desperate to stall for long enough to survive. At the same time, it may just been a desperate action to try and save the game. He may not have a plan or good cards anyway. So it all depends on what he draws right now. And if he does get something nice, for 3 mana he cannot really cast it, I assume. No matter what it is. So I think I'm pretty safe. He got the Brain in his deck? Why? It's not a very good card, it just lets you draw if I remember or something. No, it counters creature spell and then draws, based on what it countered. I don't really like this card that much. Either way, I just won. So I kinda have expected the game to just quit. So anyway, just to show off this guy, unfortunately I cannot use his amplifier ability, which is a real shame, but I'm going to show him anyway, just to be like, hey, I had this guy, I was never able to use him, but oh well. And let's get more stuff on the battlefield as well, continue, and attack with everything I even have. Win the game and win the best of 7. Ah, well, at least I will not go to Paris salty. Yeah. Gensler, on the other hand, he'll probably be happy that I will go to Paris, because he could not stomach seeing me for the next few days, because when he's salty, he's really salty. Anyway, I really like the first match of this game. I don't remember the second one. I think I liked it as well, I'm not too sure. In general, it was fairly enjoyable best of 7, if not for this soury, annoying bit in the middle. Either way, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixman. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment and a like if you care and like this video. And I'll see you online.